Hi, I'm Rox Anderson. I'm a dermatologist from Boston and I'm a professor at Harvard. We're here in Saigon, Vietnam, at the Vascular Anomalies Center, which we had a hand in starting this 12 years ago, and it's amazing how much progress has happened, how many kids have been taken care of. Thousands of children have been treated here with technology they didn't have before. People come from far and wide to get to the Vascular Anomalies Clinic. We meet families, we meet children who have come from far away because this is the only place that they can really get the care that they need. Many of the things that we treat here are really life-altering. So there's these anomalies, if you will, many of which are inherited, sort of birth defects and malformations. These are lifelong disfigurements. They cause functional problems, they can be painful, they can lead to infections. What we have a chance to do is intervene early in life. So the better you can treat a kid, the better their long-term life is, and it affects them psychologically, and frankly, it affects me psychologically too. Such a pleasure to really be able to help somebody on the other side of the world from where we live. We have a couple of goals. One is treating the kids and making sure that they get a high quality of care. The medical system in Vietnam is so much better than when we first started. There's new technology, there's new drugs, we combine them. It's not a static thing. So we try to come as often as we can. We go back and forth by internet and so forth. But this field is dynamic and there's a need here to stay up with it. So one of our goals is to just sort of increase the awareness and capability of the physicians that are here. It's not so much about coming from a foreign land and treating their children as it is allowing a high quality of care in the system that is here. Also, one of the things we face as a challenge here is maintaining sort of high-tech equipment. Most of it is lasers, but other equipment as well. And I really want to put a shout out to the companies that have donated the medical equipment that is absolutely necessary for the Vascular Anomalies Center to do its job. So that includes not only the treatment lasers, but their maintenance. You're absolutely part of this team that is necessary for taking care of these kids. So again, one of the challenges when we first came here was the quality of doing pathology. Well, what is pathology? It's if you take a biopsy of something you don't know and then you look under the microscope and helps make a diagnosis. So Thuy Phung, who's not here this year but has played a major role in teaching dermatopathology, the ability to really make the proper diagnosis. Thuy has done an excellent job of teaching a weekly conference back and forth with the physicians in Vietnam. And so there's this constant training and teaching and improving how we take care of kids that goes back and forth. I have to say, I'm also learning. I'm an old guy, but I'm still a student, and we come over here and it's a great thing to see how they take care of kids in a slightly different way. So we teach each other on a professional level. The saddest story is the story of the radiation therapy that they learned from the French long ago. In the 1950s, they began treating these hemangiomas with radioactive phosphorus. So, you know, we see kids with radiation injury to the skin, and only place in the world I think that ever would be seen.
P32 is a radioisotope, and historically people used to think that these vascular birthmarks and hemangiomas, which are benign tumors of blood vessels, were cancerous. So they thought they could treat the same with radiation like we would do with cancer today, but it is not.
Regrettably, the use of radioactive phosphorus to treat hemangiomas dates back to the early 40s and 50s, and unfortunately that treatment was in many ways much more disfiguring than the original birthmark that in fact the infant or child had.
We see a lot of these children with scars and disfigurements, and it doesn't have to be like that. There are modern treatment that leaves no trace and wouldn't cause any disfigurement for the children.
And for example, I mentioned the use of radioactive phosphorus here, which is a horrible mistreatment of babies. That only happens here in Southeast Asia, and they have really made a lot of progress figuring out how to treat these kids to fix the damage that's been done. So this group is contributing to the progress in our field, which is quite remarkable given where they started a decade ago. I'm proud to say that we organized a conference, and when I say we, it's really Dr. Min, who's been the head of the VAC here for years, has put together an excellent teaching conference together with the medical schools in Saigon. And the conference was about dermatology, the ins and outs of the problems that you face in taking care of children and adults with a bunch of different diseases. And a large part of that conference was actually from the Vascular Anomalies Center, showing cases and what to do with lasers and drugs that are helpful for children as they face problems. I think the group of physicians at the VAC and also at the medical school have really upped their game. The quality of care here is better than it used to be.
Good morning, my name is Phan Ngọc Quỳnh Anh, and people just call me Dr. Ba, who is a dermatologist at Vietnam Vascular Anomalies Center, and this is our clinic. You can see, you can go through there to see me and other doctors in here, so please come in. Here's the reception area, and we can see our doctor here. This is Dr. Tree. And this is our nurse, Mr. Dom. This is Miss Lin, who is medical assistant. Please come in. So I will invite you to go through our laser room, and we have many machines in here. We have V-beam, and we also have DermaV. And patient also stay here for laser treatment. On of this machine here, we do the laser treatment for free for children under 12 years old. Yeah, that's it.
Giờ làm chi? Giờ thiếu giờ giáo đây.
I don't know how Ball treated her before. You might ask, see what the fluences were. Oh, you have the chart. Okay.
No, she just read around. Bên này, bên này nè, bên này nè, thấy không nè? Dạ cái chỗ này là thấy không? Ở đây chỉnh nha. Nè, nè.
Good job. Okay. She's doing amazing.